out, we know what it is that he's saying, then we can talk about whether or not we agree or disagree with him. All right, so what is Carnegie saying? About industrialization, what's going on. Okay, so you're saying that Carnegie is saying that the rich should share their money. When?
With the poor when they die.
Okay, with the poor when they die. Okay, is he vague about what should be done with this money, or is he specific? Okay, good. So definitely Carnegie is saying, look, when folks die, the money should go at the end to the common good. Right? What else is he saying? I saw a hand over here. You want to ask? Yeah, gentlemen. Okay. No, you're good. What else is he saying? Good. He's definitely saying that wealthy people have some sort of responsibility to give this money back for the common good. Right? Is he saying that it should just be distributed to everyone? Like all the people that work for U.S. Steel? Just like, I don't know. That's the common good. What is he saying?
That the income gap will be beneficial for everyone.
Okay, good. Why is he saying that the income gap is beneficial for everyone? Like, what is his rationale? I'm not asking if you guys agree with it or not. I just wanted to understand it because this is the dominant mode of thinking in the 19th century. So I just wanted to better understand the 19th century. And also, it will help you better understand the present. Good. What is he saying with that even more? That's a good point. If the income gap is beneficial, why is he saying it's beneficial?
I guess if everybody was at the same level, the civilization can move forward altogether and not leaving anyone behind.
Good. To Andrew Carnegie, he's saying that the income gap is beneficial because he sees it as a civilizing force, right? He definitely links it up to civilization, right? And he says that, look, this is actually good. This is about progress, right, for Andrew Carnegie. And then he goes on to say that when the titans of industry die, they should then redistribute it, right? So they can kind of in some ways control what is going to be promoted in that society, right? Part of the public good, right? He's not saying that I'm going to redistribute my money to all my workers and let them decide, right? Because what did Carnegie think about the people? Like everyday folks, like if Andrew Carnegie, the ghost of Andrew Carnegie, would come into this classroom, what do you think he would say about everyday folks? Would he even show up at exchange school? From this piece, I'm just asking you because I don't get into his thinking. Okay, do you think that he would show up at SJ? Why?
Because you know, all of us need the same kind of foundation for wealth and stuff, so that we can all move on as a country.
Okay, so he wants to have you see education as a civilizing force to give folks a kind of a foundation. What do other people think? Yeah.
I see him showing up somewhere in like poor cities and areas.
Okay, good.
Where, because I think he believe that to show that they have a chance in life and that money will trickle down to them somehow.
Interesting. Yeah, definitely. I would say that you get from his reading that he's definitely someone that says the money's going to trickle down, right? You would say he would go to more of like city, right? Maybe New York. Like he would go to Columbia University or he would go to Harvard, right? Because he would think that those places would be a symbol to show the poorer people that they can aspire to something, right? And to kind of motivate them to do something better, right? And he believes that this will then trickle down, right? This will motivate the poor people. Good. I think that's I think that's an interesting. No, I don't think it's interesting. I actually think you can see that in there. Yeah. So now we're clear on what Andrew Carnegie thinks, right? What do we think about what Andrew Carnegie thinks? Is anyone on team Andrew Carnegie? Or team non-Andrew? And why? I just want to know why. There's no right or wrong answer. Like, this is actually like understand the 19th century, the situation that Chinese immigrants were entering into. It definitely had a profound influence on us today because we still feel certain aspects of it. But I want us to hear arguments, right? Because this stuff is being discussed at this time period, right? He mentioned some oppositional groups in this piece. So there are folks countering what he's saying. So I just want us to know what that is. So what do people think? Like, do you agree, do you disagree? You're not good or bad, or whatever. I just want us to get through this so that you're prepared for the essay if I ask you a question. Yeah.
I think if you give money to the poor, why do you make another class of jealous? Like, why did we get the money as well?
Okay, so you think that by giving money to the poor, that it would make the middle class jealous. But would he, okay, so it would create some sort of class resentment. Okay, other folks. What do you think?
I think there should be more distribution because the richer classes have more opportunities. And people should be able to, have those opportunities just by their own merit themselves. But since money is such a driving force in this country, people don't get to have those opportunities as much as those wealthy class.
Okay, good. So you're saying that you disagree with Carnegie because it's still the wealthy that are controlling where the money's going to go, and that still places folks at a disadvantage. And it seems like a lot of what folks are griping about is about access, right, in particular ways. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
richer people, like for example, they get to go to bed because they have money, and that money is in the family. So, but other people who want to go to medical school, it's a huge risk because of how many years and how expensive it is, for example. And, they just don't see themselves with the opportunity because of that gap.
Okay, good. So you're saying opposite of what Carnegie's thinking is that, as the individual over here pointed out, that supposedly, like, there's supposed to be a trickle-down effect in terms of the way we think, right? You're saying that doesn't happen, right? That the poor people are not going to look at the kind of, the higher-ups as being something to aspire to. They're just going to shut down and go, right? Because they're like, oh, I don't have the money, I don't have the access, and only so many people are able to scholarship that Carnegie funds. Like, I'm just going to go rub it. Okay, good. Other folks, what do you think about Carnegie? Like, I just want to know, because I can put it in an essay and I feel confident about us having. Yeah.
I still agree with Carnegie, like, the way he believes that
Okay.
money is distributed.
Okay, good.
Because
Why?
when you think of, I'm not saying all rich people are greedy or they don't want to share their money, but a lot of them work their way to it, and people who are poor, they work hard to become successful, and originally those rich people were poor at one point, and I could like fight this between like people I've seen who became successful and had nothing, came from Vietnam and came here eating oranges all day, and then one day grew a successful company. And then if you look at the pursuit of happiness, he went from like nothing to a stock investment company, and now he's a billionaire. So there's like, I think in some ways he's right, but in like maybe in different ways you look at it, obviously you can't say one quote's gonna work with every situation.
Okay, good. So and actually you're picking up a lot of things, a part of why Carnegie had so much sway in U.S. society, right? Unlike other titans of industry who actually were born into wealth, Carnegie is someone that actually was an immigrant, like dirt-ass poor, like worked his way up, right? So that part of his mystique was that he actually fit in exactly with what you're talking about, right? And people would say, look, what Carnegie says must be true, right? Because he lived it. Okay, so I actually think that, so you're saying that you agree with what he's saying because it coincides with his own experience and also is a distinct possibility. Okay, good. Other folks, what do you think? Yeah.
Also, you for the ways to just, spread out the money in countries, like rather than just saving it up, because then you can keep the money kind of circulating and help the economy. It's not just helping the poor, it's also help the rich, because if you give it to the poor, you're gonna spend it, and then the rich can stop making people do more like jobs and all these good things.
Okay, so you're saying you agree with Carnegie because you even like the idea of public goods idea, right? We could critique about what's going to make up those public goods, but that it does kind of create a set of standards that then other folks can benefit from. Am I correct? Okay, other folks, what do you think? feel that the workers, like everyday workers, would need to be civilized by an upper class, which is part of what Carnegie's saying. So I'm wondering, like, if people disagree with that, or if they are folks in agreement.